Hi there, this is Tim with an Elite Dangerous video, and in this video I'm going to profile version 1.3, which is commonly known as the Powerplay update. Now you can see a kind of few different characters at the top of the launcher there. Those are your characters that you pledge allegiance to now in the game. You have the option to do that, and basically it gives you certain rewards, different gameplay types, makes you an enemy when you go into certain areas, and makes you friendly when you go into certain others, gives you benefits, and I think it's a fairly interesting add-on to the game, really. Now what you will see on the screen in a moment is actually building shaders. It's a little bar which will obviously get to 100%, and I will show you how quickly it filled the first time that I loaded Elite Dangerous, and then how quickly it's loading this second time. Obviously it's a lot faster the second time, so if you're pissed off about how long it takes the first time, it's not going to take that long every time. So here we are in the main menu, no real changes here. Looks like they might have added a few more servers, because with it saying name unknown, I actually think it's an overflow server for tonight, because there's a lot of people playing this new update. Going to start, I'm going to go in solo and just load the game here. Quick channel update while this is loading. You may have noticed I've uploaded a lot less videos recently. There's two reasons for that. Firstly, work has been busy, been working a lot of evenings, and private life has become a little bit more busy too. We took in someone else's child, and I actually gave up my office as his bedroom, so it's actually been a lot more difficult to record videos, to find time when either my wife isn't sleeping, because our bedroom is now where my computer is at. So here we are in the cockpit. What I'm going to do is what I used to do with my early build videos, where I'm basically going to take you through the UI, and point out things as I find them, obviously speaking live here as I'm recording this. Let's have a quick look over on the right hand menu first, because I do not see that many changes here. Yeah, I don't see that many changes there, apart from the fact that I think when you get promoted now, you're actually sent a message, and it will appear in this section here. So you'll be notified of ranking promotions and ranks within the military and things like that. You'll actually be told about them now, rather than just them magically happening and you finding out when you happen to look over at this screen and see, oh, I've been promoted. But anyway, the screen over here looks like it's changed quite a bit. The first thing that leaps out at me is that you have a progress bar for the combat rank, trade rank, explorer rank. That's very nice to know how much further you have to go, although it doesn't make that much difference. There are supposed to be some changes now on the bulletin board that mean that you cannot get a certain mission type until you have a particular rank. So what's useful about having these bars here is that you can see how far off you are from those missions, which you know, that's pretty useful. The reputation section, don't see a lot of changes there, but the layout of this might change a little bit, I'm suspecting, if I pledge allegiance to one of the Powerplay characters. System status doesn't look to have changed. Finance doesn't look to have changed. Statistics doesn't look to have changed. Oh, I now have some level 2 detailed scans, which that for me has always said 0. It was bugged basically, and no matter how many scans I did of whatever type, I never got any stats. So maybe they fixed that, I don't know. Permits, that looks the same as it did, so there we go. Modules looks the same, fire groups looks the same, cargo the same, functions, that looks the same. I don't see anything different there. Over on this side, before we go to the Galactic Powers section, let's have a quick look at the contacts here. See if I can actually get a scan done if someone's in front of me. No, they're not. Well, apparently I have a bounty. I didn't know I had a bounty. Okay. That's a bounty on me, right? What did I do? Okay. So, whatever. So galaxy map and system map. Let's go in the system map first. Something I just want to check is actually working. So you can see that it's being exploited by, and you can see the Powerplay character's name there, that is actually affecting this system. And then now you can actually select individual targets within a system. So rather than having to go on the left hand menu, scroll down, find your target, you can now do it directly on the map. You know, if there was a load of planets listed here, you would literally be able to do that. Well, now you can do it directly from the system map, and just click your target, which quite happy with that, really. Let's have a look at the galaxy map. Okay, again you can see who is exploiting this system, and they've changed the layout here, which is fantastic. I really like this layout. Makes things a lot easier to see what kind of star it is, to quickly see whether you're going to be able to scoop it, because before I would have to know what type of star types I can actually scoop from, and know what that means rather than just reading red dwarf here. Obviously you can see the allegiance quickly, everything like that. So basically, I mean, I used to pretty much all of the time run in map mode showing the allegiance, so that I could see what was Empire, what was Independent, you know, with these blue or grey or anything like that, so it's non-Federation Empire. Well, now I don't really need to, because now whenever I'm going somewhere I can just kind of mouse over and see that it's got the allegiance of Empire, which is great. I can see what kind of government it is, everything like that, without having to fiddle around over here, which is great. And you still have all of the options, obviously, but you know, you can just see them quicker. Now, Powerplay, this is the big feature, isn't it? This is what this is all about. So, what's the name of the person? Lavigny Duval. So let's quickly select that person. That is Lavigny Duval. And basically, let's see, this is her. Okay, so this is her HQ, is where her little symbol is. And you can see kind of various things like the income, upkeep, profit, and this kind of feels like a bit of a board game to me, where obviously you have to have more income than upkeep. So if you expand too quickly, you would probably have a higher upkeep value than profit, and when that happens you're probably in an unstable state that causes problems. You know, that's kind of my understanding of how this is going to work, is that you basically do things that that cause expansion, and then if things happen too quickly or in the wrong way, or someone else combats that, or people work for the local government to combat this character taking over an independent or something like that, it all gets pretty interesting. So let's see, you've got a new icon here, which is the system power view. Let's have a quick look at that. Okay, so basically what you've got here is, this is actually the character's kind of Powerplay profile page, where you can see an overview, you can pledge your allegiance, you can help her do certain things, you can help her expand obviously, or see what kind of control issues she has, and obviously look at her stats. Now here you can see what kind of system alerts there are. So this is basically what she's doing with these systems, I think. So if you wanted to help her, I guess, take control of this system in some way, you can obviously help with this progress the same as you would with the old community goals. And then you could obviously make this happen. You know, there's people that can help fortify, and then there's people that can undermine the fortification. That's basically how it works. Is you have two different sides in every single thing which is happening, and there we go. So yeah, now I actually have an overview of what she's doing, and I think this is expansion and overview. So overview is what I started in, and then if you look in expansion, it shows systems available for preparation and expansion. And obviously, if we helped her take over this system, we would make 97 CC from this sphere, and the upkeep for it is only 22. So that's a potential 75 CC profit from just taking over that little system there. So that's quite interesting. How you can kind of work to expand these areas. And then you can see here, high profit system, medium profit, low profit, or a loss-making system. So those are best avoided, I assume. And then there's little icons for what's going on with each thing. Top 10 prepared systems are actually numbered. So this is number 6, that's number 7. So I assume if you went for this number 1 system, why can't I click that? Is that it? No, that's the star behind it. So I don't really seem to be able to actually click that star. Let's look at this one instead. There we go. So that 4 is actually on that star. So she's preparing. This is the 4th best prepared system to do something with, I guess, for her to try to expand into it. So let's have a look at her HQ. Her HQ is there. That's nice to have a quick button for that. And power overview. So let's have a proper look through this now. So you have a pretty good profile for her, and this is basically how she does things. So she exposes corruption, and then basically it allows her to take over by kind of undermining the current regime. And then she uses combat tactics to expand and control. So when you're choosing who you're going to pledge allegiance to, you would obviously have to consider what type of gameplay you like to have, so that you will know whether it's a good idea or not, and whether you're actually going to be able to play the game in the way you want for this person. Now she's 58. I think the aging process has been slowed down significantly in the next 1300 years or so, because she doesn't really look 58. And then pledge here. So interesting. So the more that you work for her, you get bonuses, and you get various options and rewards, and I mean, look at that. If you get 10,000 merits, then you get a weekly bonus of 50 million credits from her. And then you get to vote on things that are happening. So this is really, really interesting. There's a lot to this. I think it's going to take me a while to understand it, so I hope that it's not too crazy for you actually just viewing it. And then, okay, let's see here. Sorry if I keep hitting my microphone, by the way. So anyway, she has a HQ, she has control systems, but this is how her exploiting things actually affects them. So whatever system her HQ is in, so Federation aligned things are reduced and Empire aligned factions are increased. In her control systems, find and bounties are doubled. Payout for bounty claims are increased by 20%. Security is increased, and black markets are closed in systems that she has control. Across the Empire, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if it does. Isn't this a duplicate? Not sure. Black market illegal goods point profit. Ah, I see. So this is what effects there are in her control systems, and then this is what effects there are across the whole of the Empire, because she still exists. So basically, because she obviously doesn't like black markets and closes them in her control systems, profits are reduced within the Empire by 20%. Payout for bounty claims increased in Federation by 20% as well, and same effect with the with the Federation, same effect with the Independents, same effect with the Alliance. So basically she kills black markets and obviously doesn't like crime very much, does she? Interesting stuff. Okay, so she's actually in control of 15 independent systems, and the rest of her control, which totals 241, is 226 Empire systems. So just because she is obviously aligned with the Empire doesn't mean that she can only control Empire systems. She can obviously take over independence as well. That's no, I don't, not yet. I want to understand each one of them before I go and do anything stupid like aligning myself with them. And obviously you have other characters here, like I think this is a pirate. So let's go to his HQ. I really like that they've done a major character that I think is a pirate. Let's open his overview here. Power is the application of force to achieve one's aims. Interesting. So his ethos, He exploits and nurtures the criminal elements in the system, providing resources and contacts to ensure they pervade every level of society. So he's basically the complete opposite to the last character that I looked at. She hated crime, and he basically is a criminal. Having developed the criminal elements in the systems, Archon Delane instigates infighting and violent insurrection, forcing those that could resist him to try and attempt to clean up the system. So basically he goes in and he starts trouble, and then he just obviously basically thrives off that. Archon's disdain for law and order is clear. Supporters enjoy reduced sentences for crimes committed in his domain. Oh, and this is something else which is interesting with this whole power play thing as well with these characters. If you defect, they will sometimes hunt you down and try to kill you. That's pretty interesting, huh? But anyway, the available ratings here, I mean, you've got basic rating where you get 1,000 credits from him per week, 50,000. And again, you know, this is a 50 million credit at 10,000 merits, and 100% reduction on fines and bounties in controlled systems. Oh my goodness! So if you're a pirate and you do it in this pirate system, then you don't get a fine or a bounty. That is awesome. That's very, very clever. Okay. So he's in control of 58 systems, 2 of them Empire, 24 Federation, and 32 Independent. And his effect on those systems is security level is halved, and black markets pay 20% more. So he is, in almost every way, the complete opposite type of character to the last one that I happened to look at. So what I want to do is, I usually base myself around Lave. And currently nobody's in control of it, are they? So, I mean, that makes it pretty difficult for me to make a decision, actually. Because I was thinking I would go with whoever was in control of where I wanted to play the game, but that's kind of screwed me there. So who's the orange one? That's a pretty big oh, it's the Federation. Let's have a look at might is not right, right should be fair. Yeah, whatever. So her ethos is to shadow President Felicia Winter's media teams, provide education on how liberal values bring a better life to all targeted systems. So her takeover of systems is a social takeover, and then basically she finances to aid and smooth operations. So if you are wanting combat, you don't want to pledge for her. If you're a trader, maybe she's for you. Okay, and again, it's a similar similar reward at level 5 here. 100% increase to influence reward in controlled and exploited systems. have a look at the stats here. So I guess she doesn't have a HQ. Interesting. Maybe with her the HQ is wherever she happens to be. But that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. So obviously that's the galactic powers here. Let's go in the menu here, have a look. I will show you the new Galnet shortly. That's actually changed quite a bit.
Frameshift charge detected.
Oops, that's that ship leaving. So let's have a quick look through here. Pairs, bulletin board. Now missions have changed a little bit, or a lot really. Basically you now see that this here has quite a lot more money being offered for a fairly simple type of mission, which is a cargo delivery. If you click on it, you can see it's actually got a lot more information in there now. You can see that the relationship that's required is listed. The effect on the reputation is medium, and the effect on influence is low. So that obviously ties into the power play a little bit, but it also ties into your standings with the local factions. So this has a pretty big reward for it. Let's see here. And here you can see there's actually a required trade rank now, which obviously I exceed. And then obviously it's medium, and the reward is listed there. Let's see. It'd be nice if I could find one that I couldn't do, just to show you. So look at that, there we go. So here, if I want this mission where I have to kill pirates, I need my combat rank to be master. I cannot take this mission. And the effect on reputation is high. The effect on influence is medium. But this is a really well-paying mission for just killing 7 pirates, which previously you could just grab from the bulletin board and do no matter what rank you were. Well, now you require a certain rank, which obviously I do not have. Let's see. So here, this one requires that I have a friendly relationship with the with the faction, which I don't have. Requires that I have a trade rank of tycoon that I don't have, and requires that I have 9 tons of cargo space, which I don't have. So they've effectively made just normal mission running a lot more interesting and a lot more involved, and kind of a reason to keep upping your rank, really. It's actually quite useful there, and I feel like I feel like the reward for this is about right. I mean, I'm actually quite a long way from master, so steal 1 canister of scrap. Huh. I mean, this is really good. I mean, you know, this is harmless, which basically means that a new player can do this mission. That's a really well-paying mission for just basically getting 1 cargo load of scrap that you would get from an NPC trader or whatever. I think they've made this a lot more interesting now. It's actually brought something to the gameplay types. Looking contacts, combat bonds, commodities market. Okay, they all look pretty much the same there. So, Galnet News. I think you can actually get to it from the main station screen there, but also from Galactic Powers. Yes. Okay. So here, this is where you would go into view the power standings normally. So obviously number 1 is the most powerful, number 10 is the least powerful. So I think I looked at her and him and then her, I guess, but there are other options here, of course, and there's obviously Federation, Empire, Alliance, Empire, Independent, and Independent. Now, what I like about this is that you actually now have some representation if you like the Alliance, because previously, you know, you've had ranking up for the Federals, you've had ranking up for the Empire. Basically, you've had nothing for supporting the Alliance. I mean, great, you might be allied with a few local stations that you can get a discount at. Fantastic. What does that actually do for you? Well, here, I mean, you know, if you support this guy enough, maybe you could make something interesting happen with the Alliance, you know, but now you can actually support these guys, which is great. And he's affecting agricultural prices and things like that. So that's interesting too. And he's in control of 10 Federation systems, 68 Alliance, and 25 Independence. I've got to say it's quite tempting to support him. But my evil side wants to support him. I'm actually going to have to do a lot of thinking about that. And I assume once you do pledge allegiance, you know, you have this thing there where you can conduct votes and things like that on depending how much power you have. So into Galnet now, which has had a complete overhaul. Basically, whichever main character is associated with the story is shown, and then it actually has the locations that are mentioned tagged right in there. So if and the character is actually tagged there too. Yes, so if it's just one location, then it has the location and the individual. If it's 2 locations, then it just lists the 2 locations. So here it's saying members of the Kumo crew, potential allies and killers for credits alike are all invited to aid the Hand Gang of Gandhi and the Kimura of Krisha in their attempts to take over Gandhi and Krisha. Pirates wishing to share in the plunder can contact representatives of the crews aboard Luhub and Fink Port respectively. So previously this would be a community goal, I believe, where basically you would go to these locations and you would get the mission from the bulletin board, and you would obviously follow through with those missions. And you would have to go to the map, you would have to search for this system, spelling it correctly, which in a lot of cases in Elite Dangerous can be pretty difficult. Some of the spellings for the systems are usually phonetically sound, but still, like when I'm reading this, I want to say Krishna, not Krish A. So now you can just click. Ta-da! So there we go. And I can plot a route straight there, which is fantastic. And then you can look at the system's power view as well. So I think there's a lot to it, really. Another thing that has changed on the system map here, you can now select items on here. So now you don't have to do the stupid thing where you have to look in this left menu here, scroll down through a load of planets, select where you're going. You can just basically, you select the system you're going to, you then select the system map, and then basically all the way there. And if you plot a route, then it's actually plotted a route from where I am to this system, and then within the system it's plotted it all the way to this station, which is fantastic. So I mean, those are really the main things with this update, and it's a huge update. It's there's actually a lot more to this than I guess I thought through the beta, and I was a little bit disappointed. But the more time that I spend really thinking about this, and especially looking at the the galactic powers, I think this is going to be really interesting. I do think it's going to benefit people that play the game more, which obviously with my reduced time, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to get what I feel is a decent reward for my time. But that's fine. I mean, just having these options available is a pretty huge bonus. This is really good. I actually really like it looks like someone is actually, like, this system here just found it, through randomly looking at Sol and then seeing this. This system is under threat, and if you look, someone is actually undermining this system, and it looks like, if they've done this quickly since the release, they're going to get that trigger where they're going to undermine this system. Very, very interesting. I can see a lot of players kind of really affecting this, and you know what's really great too, that it brings a lot of the kind of Eve type of gameplay into this, is that if you are aligned with, let's say, Archon Delane, and he is an enemy of these guys here, when you fly into there, if you are considered hostile, any player that is aligned with these guys can shoot at you, and vice versa. I actually really like that concept. It kind of, if it's the same with the NPCs as well, then that's great too. But I actually really like this concept that you can just basically kill someone that is aligned with someone that you consider to be the wrong choice. So yeah, very, very cool. Now, obviously, there's a few new ships. Now, I did a profile of the Imperial Courier previously, which I am still disappointed with. I think it's too closely. It's basically too close in specification to the Cobra. Without, I think, one of the upgrades, it essentially is a Cobra. But it obviously comes with that upgrade. I'm pretty disappointed by that. I kind of wanted the Courier to be my ship of choice, but instead I'm going to have to go with a Clipper, which is the main reason why I have actually been ranking up with the Empire. I'm at Knight so far. Haven't had a lot of time to get to Baron, which is what I think I need, but I will get there. And then once I have my Clipper, I'll probably go to somewhere where I'm against the Empire. But anyway, the Courier, I'm pretty disappointed with it. I like I said, I wanted it to be my ship of choice, and it's not going to be. And with the Diamondback, they've actually split that into two different ships, which are distinctly different. There's a lot of similarities, obviously, but they are distinctly different, and one of them is a pretty good exploration vessel. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not terribly happy with what they've added in terms of ship content, but you know, it's fine. I think it might have been needed to have a Cobra level ship on the Empire side. You know, it's just not any use to me, and I'm not really sure that the Courier is any use to an established player at all, really. Now, the other changes that really I haven't shown, that I'll just quickly talk about, not wanting to kind of undersell them because they're pretty huge changes. The NPCs have a pretty big update, which makes combat a lot nicer. There's various things that have changed, like there's more locations. In certain systems you'll see kind of debris fields where battles have happened, and different types of missions. Just lots and lots of little changes that all just make the game better. Obviously Powerplay is the big kind of selling point. It's what they're going to be pushing and mentioning on Facebook and Twitter and everything, but I think there's a lot more that's changed. If you did not use any of the Powerplay features, the genuine advancement in this update is still worthwhile for the amount of time that it's been since the last update. They're still doing a great job developing this game, and I'll still be playing it when I have the time. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it actually gave some information you didn't know, or that you haven't had time to look at for yourself yet. But hopefully I'll have some time to upload some more videos where I'm actually playing the game. I want to get my rank up for the Clipper, like I said, and then I will choose a side. If you want to actually comment in the video and say which side you're going to choose, that would be interesting. One thing that I wanted to mention, I thought it was really nice of them to put Chris Roberts in the game. The first time that I saw this picture, I kind of thought it looked like Chris Roberts. I just thought that was kind of a funny thing to mention. It made me laugh at the time. And I think someone else said, when I said that, someone else that I know said that they put in the T1000 as well, which I think is this guy. Have you seen this boy? You know, that guy? And yeah, I can definitely see that as well. But hey, it's all good. I'll hopefully see some of you out in space, and enjoy. Thanks. Bye.